been the case for, well, a decade now when it comes to Rise, is he just does so much better in the side lane than so many of these matchups. And you look at what KC have drafted for themselves, 1-3-1, along with great range in the minion wave, and leveraged the minions to apply the flux, which then allowed him to get a secondary Q off. Now Kamiloo, no flash, sets up for Yike.
And without that flash, he's dead meat. Yike runs in, easy poke on the head. A small assist for Vladi's hard work.
Nicely done by Yike.
Heretics, we'll have to wait and see.
You're just so good at neutrals, hey. Team Heretics playing defensive ball around this dragon is at 1300. Sheo Smite just won't commit for now, but Yike's coming in. This might turn into a fight, however. Even with 6, doesn't stand as he pushes up in the wave. Yike's now moving through mid lane as well. That flash we talked about, it's still not up. Kamiloo doesn't have his escape path, and Yike knows it. Second Cyclone incoming, and the kill wanting to go to Vladi. Does so with the shockwave, bringing it in for a 2-0.
I mean,
nice when you have this early wave clear bot that, as you said earlier on in the draft, can be so mobile and also making some of these side lane plays.
But look at the bot side. Vladi hasn't gone back mid.
Here it is now, the realm war we were just talking about with the Chains Corruption. Lay it down. Where are you going to move? Stend kept in place. Team Heretics with no chances. Vladi sets up for a 2.
Leashed on the map. Vladi, very familiar with that style of play. He gets those 2 early kills onto Kamiloo and immediately translates that pressure from mid to the rest of the map.
Hound's Pursuit comes out. Sheo goes invulnerable for the time being. Caliste doesn't have an ulti, but he has flash. He has barrier 1 used, and Flakked now just needs a root down. The 4th shot will do it anyway. Double summon around, and Flakked now on the board too.
Nice bounce back from Heretics.
Against Sean so far.
Canna's waiting. He's going to get a very nice trade.
It is damage down. Carlsen, don't think he has an escape out, and Canna just waiting for the rotation. Bopped around for a bit. He's in the danger zone, but as he flashes away, Canna goes into hammer form. Carlsen's just dead. Solo kill for Canna in game 1.
There's a
at least have a game plan in mind.
But I think it was a little bit of over-eagerness from the KC side, right? Yike flashed in, try and make that combo happen. Kamiloo responds with the flash, but you've always got that invulnerability from Sheo, which makes it very difficult to chase him down. And oh, hang on, Vladi.
Quickness. He's got a ball on top of him as well with the shockwave waiting. He's not going to get Yike. He came in a little bit late, but Vladi's still dead. That opens things up with the call of the pack, but Sheo doesn't need to use it. Invulnerability down. 2 shots not out. Team Heretics
for his laning, it's because of how incredible of a team fighter he really is.
His laning has been quite difficult, at least in the last series versus Koi, as Stend gets booted a little bit. Kanna's the one with the gold lead, all 1,500 of it. He's going to be Hound's Pursuited. Chains Corruption, though, is a great cover, and he turns it. The last bullet held. Caliste saves his life, and Canna will survive.
Oh, Sheo, he didn't want to overextend. He thought that the Ignite would finish him off, especially with Flakked firing the ult, but now the collapse.
Killer Monkey, Killer Blue Man. There's a Smurf on the way. Getting Flakked cornered up against the wall. There's no escape. A Cyclone into the air. Team Heretics have nowhere to go. Targamas to finish off Flakked, while Yike does the rest. What a pitch from KC.
The Blue Man
tank that damage for you, and right now Heretics have no one.
No, look, all bushes are face checkable, sometimes only once.
Quickness. Stend engage. Oh, good disengage from Targamas. He bops and wave, flushes away from the shockwave. Chains Corruption in response. Caliste wants that range with lethality. Varus finds it as Dragon goes down. Canna add to the pool as Caliste is isolated for the time being, but he's got a barrier. He's got tools to buy a bit more time. He'll run towards Sheo just like Yike is doing with the second Cyclone and the flank. Targamas going to be the extra engage. They just need a kill, but Heretics are losing everything else. The disengage is good, however, and with the equalizer down, maybe there's a chance. Team Heretics at 5 alive, and they want to find Vladi as well, who's caught up, backs against the wall, the flame spitting out onto Yike. Carlsen ran in, but now he's overheating as Sheo gets the flash out of Vladi, sends out the darkened daggers. KC lost 1. Team Heretics somehow lost 0 until now. Kamiloo in a 1v1, ain't gonna win it against Canna. Eventually it's a 1-for-1. Team Heretics had to fight to stay alive, and KC had to fight to thrive.
What a crazy long team fight that ends up it only being a 1. They get the dragon that they were after, Sheo.
Doggy. Explosion. Shock blast hurts, and that's the last of Canna's mana. He's going to stick around. He wants the smite steal. He doesn't find it. Double darkened daggers onto Canna, but it's still not enough damage. They disengage, and
it's exactly why not having vision can hurt them.
And look, Caliste as well, as long as he lands something, that follow-up is an instant kill. Vladi plays zone control while Artican's just going to drop. Carlsen comes from the north, to use Vedius' terminology. And as I get the compass out, I want to see how it goes from the west here, because Team Heretics, as they have to run up, they're going to get pinset again. Yike again with a double Cyclone. The whole of KC rock on up, and Heretics are split apart. Just outclassed, outmanned, and outsmarted in game 1.
The vision checked off. The poke checked off, and then Vladi setting up with Yike to get the engage that they needed. KC
exchange for some early picks. Their solo laners have been dominating. Now Vladi.
He's very tanky, though. Let's see what Carlsen can do. Equalizes down. Sheo's now worried. Overheating is Carlsen. This is what I'm talking about. Vladi's going to get a backup TP, but Carlsen had to back away on his lonesome. Canna's now here. Shock Blast only hits.
They're still doing so much elsewhere on the map. They're punishing Heretics for even trying to respond to punishing their solo member on the top side.
Happening again, though. Vladi's moving in, and again, this guy is Frank the Tank, and with Chains of Corruption, there ain't nowhere you're going but to the bank as KC are cashing in yet again. Vladi with a second. Sheo stands on the spot. He's been prisoned up. And the key's been thrown away. A double over to Canna. This one's in the books.
Looks like they're trying to get themselves another kill. Carlsen, he does have the flash available, but where's he gonna flash to? KC secured themselves another kill, and this time round, KC change up the plan. Don't play away from the Rise, play with him. They used the ultimate to find a collapse. They get themselves 4 kills, and they're looking to break into the base of Heretics.
And then Baron isn't even...
Immediately turn their attention to. Nothing that Heretics can do about it. Heretics need to spend the rest of this game figuring out how they're going to adapt in game 2, because this is what peak KC looks like. Strong performance from the solo laners, great support from one as they set their sights on the tier 3 towers and look to make their way into Heretics base.
Look at that siege. Like, the range is disgusting. You can't step up to the turret. Your wave clear is Orianna.
I think it's also the fact that we get a game like this and we haven't had like Caliste Ezreal come out. We haven't seen like Vladi Silas's that he's been tending towards as well. You've still got a lot of different varieties of KC still in the tank, but this is a dangerous one.
It really is. Send the monkey in, he'll do the job. And with Nexus turrets now under siege, double cyclone, you'd be grateful it's gone from Heretics, but does it really matter? Chains of Corruption will fly and stand by Team Heretics still sitting outside the fountain. Both their turrets are now going to drop, and the engage finally coming through, but it's all defense all the time. Jumping in, it's close to a 20,000 gold lead. We're at 17,000 in the bank. KC put their stamp on game 1 in this elimination match.
Marie, you summarized it beautifully, Hysterics. What an authoritative stomp from KC. 17 kills to 3, a 17k gold lead. I mean, a near flawless victory from KC.
Can we get something more? That's all I can ask. Yeah, go to the Murloc bar, have a drink, and find out what awaits us for game 2 after this.